In this video, what I'm going to show you guys is how to track your macros while using this app called MyFitnessPal. So once you have downloaded this app, you're going to register your account first here. So you're going to go up to sign up here, sign up with your email. And now the first thing is they will ask you is what is your goal? Now if your goal is trying to burn fat, which is the goal that we focus on the transformation, you're gonna press lose weight here, because if you choose different goal, they will assign different macros and calories for you. So we're gonna choose lose weight here, and they will ask you how active are you. So the different activity level is based on your lifestyle. For example, if you sit in the office most of the time and you're walking less than 5,000 steps each day, then you're not very active. If you're walking more than 5,000 steps to around 10,000 steps each day, then you're likely active. Okay, but if you walking more than 10,000 steps to around 12,000 steps, then you are being active. And if you walking over 12,000 plus you exercise 4 to 5 6 times a week, as for example if you're an athlete, then you are considered to be very active. So if you're sitting in the office working from 9 to 6 job and you're not walking a lot during your day and you don't work out at all, then you're not very active. Then choose your age, which when you're born. Okay, after that you put down your height and you put down how much you weigh currently. Now for the weight in here, I suggest you guys to weigh yourself in the morning after you go to the bathroom. That will be the most accurate weight. After weigh yourself, put down your weight. If you weigh yourself in the morning is 70 kilo, then you put down 70 kilo. And they will ask you what is your goal weight here. For example, if you want to get down to 60 kilo, for example, then you put down your goal. But again, use our goal reference in our book. Preferably during 90 days, you can possibly lose 10 kilos, 8 to 10 kilos realistically. And they will ask you what is your weekly goal here, how much kilograms you want to lose per week. For our book recommendation, we recommend losing half a kilograms per week. The reason why is that if you're losing weight very fast during transformation, what happens is your body could go on a starvation mode, which means your body will shut down your metabolism to burn fat and lose weight. So we don't want to go there. We want to consistently be in a deficit to burn fat and getting lean muscle mass in your body. And that way it's going to be more sustainable and also it's more consistent. So press losing 0.5 kilograms per week. And after that, you put down your email, your password, and your username, and you agree to the policy, and then you sign. After you have registered the account and set your goal, we will first adjust your macro percentage for fat loss. So we will go to more here, and then goals, and then we will go to calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals here. To minimize the muscle loss during your transformation, you must lift weights and eat protein. So we will follow our recommendation percentage here, which is 40% of protein, 25% of carbs, and 35% of fats here. After you have adjusted your macro, I'll show you how to track and monitor your food. So we will go to diary here. This is where you can see and log the food that you eat. To make sure that you're on track with your macros, press the calorie column and go to the nutrients, not the calories. From this long list, all you have to focus on is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Other sections still plays its part, but it won't affect your transformation that much. So as you can see, your protein intake is high, carb and fat intake are moderate to low. What you should do is that to have meal that has higher protein and moderate to low carb and fats. That way you wouldn't go over your macros easily. And also spread out your protein intake for the day. For example, my protein intake here is 247 grams. So if I have 4 meals a day, then each meal should consist 62 grams of protein at least. And as long as you stay with these macros goal for a period of time alongside with your consistent training, you will lose fat and weight. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to log your food. First, let's say for breakfast I had scrambled eggs. Instead of just searching adding food of scrambled eggs, well, that's what will most people do. You must search the ingredients of the food instead of the food itself. So what's in scrambled egg? There will be egg whites, there will be whole egg, and there will be olive oil, depending on if you're using oil or using butter. So what I'm going to type in first, I'm going to type in whole egg. I have 2 whole eggs here. Now you can see that there's a lot of green tick version here for the data. Green tick means this data has been verified by the app, so it's more likely to be accurate than those has not green tick on the side. So I'm going to go for the green tick here. Making sure you choose the serving size as well. So for example, this one, it only has 1 serving size. Sometimes they will have grams, they will have ounces, so you can using different kind of measurement to measure your food. So I have 2 whole egg here, and I also have 4 egg white. So I have green tick here. Now you can see this one, they have a different serving size. You can choose large, you can choose small, you can choose medium, depending on your egg. You can even use grams. So this one, it's the one's the best data here. So I'm going to go for the medium. I had 4 egg whites, and I also put half tablespoon of olive oil in it as well. So I'll go for the olive oil, and again, tablespoon. You can use different kind of version here. I'm going to go for 0.5 tablespoon of olive oil. So this is my breakfast here. Okay, for lunch I had sirloin steak and with white rice and broccoli. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type in sirloin steak, and now remember the way that you weigh your food, it's also very important as well. If you weigh your food as cooked, the weight will be different if you weigh it as raw. So I weighed my steak raw here, so I'm gonna search it, and I'm gonna go to the generic one. So for example here, 100 grams of sirloin steak have 23 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat here. So I'm gonna use the serving size 100, and I have 186 grams, so it's gonna be 1.86. So this is the macros here. And I also have white rice. Also I have my rice cooked here, so I'm gonna use this one, and I'm not gonna go for cup. Now for rice and for steak, for those kind of food, you want to preferably use the serving size of gram instead of using the cup, because everyone have different kind of measurement of their cups, right? But if you're using gram, they will be all the same. So I'm using gram here, and I had 200 grams of carbs, so I have 57 grams of and then also I put half a tablespoon of olive oil, making sure you put down your oil. Most people, they just forget about putting those things. And I also have broccoli. So broccoli, they are higher in carbohydrates, so I'll also track it as well. I have 1 cup of raw, that's right. So that's my lunch. And for dinner, I have chicken breasts. Again, is your chicken breast weighted in raw version or in cooked version? I have my chicken breast here for raw, so I'm gonna go for this one. Now this is the history here, because as you log in your food, you will have your history here, so you don't have to search the data again. Once you find your good data, it will always show you as a history, so it makes it more convenient as you keep tracking your macros, and it will just help you even better. So I have 130 grams, so it's 1.3 chicken breast here. And again, I also have white rice. See, it becomes a lot easier. I had 220 grams of rice. Also, I have a cup of spinach. So spinach is quite low carb here. I'm gonna put 1 cup. You can see it's really low. So for those vegetables, you can eat as much as you can, except like carrots and broccoli. They are more high in carbohydrates. So for example, this only has 7 calories. Sometimes you don't even need to track those things because they're low calories. But again, making sure that you check your food first, so you know that if they are high in carbohydrate or high in fats. So that's my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, and snack here, I had this protein bar, which I'm gonna show you guys. You can also use the scanned version here. You can see on the right up corner here, you can use press scan, and it will lead me to a barcode. Now I got it. So for most of the food, they have like a barcode on the side, and it's usually you can scan it. If you can't scan it, you can just need to search, find it on the nutritional information. So you can see this is my protein bar I have, the serving size 1 bar, and it's a 1, so it's perfect. It makes your life so much easier for drinks outside, for whatever it might be. Making sure you track it. You can use scan, you can use searching with the green tick. Also, when people ask, what if I have like wine and alcohol? Now, for liquid drinks, especially alcohol, you still need to track it. So for example, if I have 1 glass of red wine, I still type in the red wine, and it shows you the different thing. I'll type in 1 glass here. But again, remember to avoid alcohol as much as you can during the transformation, as it will rise up your cortisol. But having 1-2 glass, every week, so it's fine. It's all about moderation ultimately. So you need to have sustainable diets. For today, I have total 140 grams of protein, carbohydrate 147, fats I have 50 grams so far. So I still have some macros to hit for that day. Like for example, my protein, I have 108 grams protein left. Carbs, I almost finished. Fats, I also have 46 grams left for that day. In this app, there's also a few functions you can also use to help you during your transformation. For example, we can set up reminders to send notification to remind you to stay consistent with your food lock-in. So go to more here, and we're gonna press the reminder here, and you can see you can customize on your own. If you haven't logged your way, if you haven't tried your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For example, if I want to add a lunch reminder here, I'm going to press lunch, and I can choose the time. I can choose, let's say 12 p.m. If I haven't logged in my food after 12 p.m., it will send me a reminder to remind me to track my food. So it helps me to stay consistent and accountable to myself as well. Another way to help yourself to stay more accountable with this app is that you can add friends to keep you accountable. So we go to friends here, and you just press the add, and you just find your friend's username, and you send him an invitation so then they can accept you. And after they accept you, all you have to do is just go to setting, and then you go to your sharing privacy and your diary sharing, and you can choose from private to friends only, so then they can see what you're eating. And what I recommend you guys to do is that when you have a gym buddy, you can add them as a friend on MyFitnessPal. And what you can do is that you guys can commit to each other each and every day. You'll go to your friends FitnessPal to check the food that they eat, they put in, and are they under eating or are they overeating it? And if they're not on track with the macro, simply just send them a message to help them to stay accountable. So that's one way to help yourself as well. And on the steps, you can also use the iPhone inbuilt motion processors. So it really help you track your daily steps. And I recommend set a goal for yourself, 10,000 steps each day. If you walk 10,000 steps each day, you'll probably burn around 300 to 400 calories. That's how powerful walking is. There you go, guys. you have the MyFitnessPal how to track your calories tutorial. Now all you have to do, just be very consistent with this app. The research has been shown that after 7 days or even like 2 weeks, most people they will track their food every single day for the first 2 weeks, but after that people will tend to just not using that app. From my own experience, the clients that has the most epic and consistent result are the client that every single day show up on my friends list. I can see them logging in their food and I can see what food they're tracking. They track their food every single day. They don't miss every single day. So go do that right now and master that.